Hi everyone, and thanks for checking out this video where I will be changing the eye color using artificial intelligence and computer vision. So using AI to find the iris and then computer vision tricks to narrow out the pupil, and then again more computer vision stuff to actually physically change the color of the pupil. And it's actually really fast, so it doesn't have to be a real-time processing thing. You can actually do it on a real-time video, including your own, let's say, smartphone selfie. So the first thing I did was I used the same AI model in the previous one to get the face landmarks. And with the face landmarks, I went ahead and extracted the eye box, like you can see right here, got the eye boxes, and fed that into a new model, the iris model. Again, you can get it from the same page as you got the face model. It's all TensorFlow, pre-trained TensorFlow models. And once you feed in the eye image into that model, it'll spit out the eye contours and the iris points. So once we have all those, we can see the eye contours are very good, and the iris points are also pretty good. Just the one at the top is on the eyelid, but that will be fixed using a couple of computer vision tricks. Once we've found the iris points, the next step is to get the radius to find the enclosing circle. Easy enough, just take the max x difference between the left and center points and the right and center points, and then the max y difference between the top and center points and the bottom and center points, and then the max value of that will be the radius. Now once we have our radius, we can just go ahead and draw the circle and we will get this. So it's completely covering the iris, but it's still a little bit off and a little bit too bright, and you can see that it's interfering with the eyelid as well. That's because the top point is not on the actual pupil anymore. It's actually on the eyelid. That's where the rest of the eyeball would be. So it's not exactly, it looks okay, but it doesn't at all look like we're actually changing the eye color. So we're going to have to do a lot of work, a lot of computer vision work to fix that. All right, so the first thing I did was I found the contours that surround the eye, and I just basically filled in the contours black. So we get this really creepy image of Elon, but that's the first step that needs to happen before we can change the eye color. So yeah, it'll look like this just for now though. So what I did was I took the contour, the eye contour, and I blacked out what was inside, and then I applied a threshold to make everything outside of it that's in the box white. So that would end up with this for the left eye and this for the right eye. Next, all I had to do was just add the original eye box onto the new black and white eye box, and we'll get an image like this. Then, after another threshold and a bitwise AND operator with the original black and white image as the mask, this is our final product. Then finally, one more adding between the original eye box and then the new one, the original eye box with the eye blacked out, but the background not blacked out. The background was still original. Once we add those two images together, we get this as our final result. And we can just go ahead and easily remove all these extra dots from the original image. We don't need them at all. Same thing with these. Once we go ahead and get rid of all of those, we will have exactly what we wanted, and we will have our pupils completely colored green. So it looks pretty good. You can see that it's sort of cut off at the top so that the blue line doesn't sort of go into the eyelid anymore. But instead of just having a plain blue iris, let's try to make it a little bit prettier. So I'm going to go ahead and fill my pupil with Starry Night, the painting Starry Night, so it'll look a lot prettier. And so once you get the image, all I did was the same thing that I did for the previous one. I made an image. I made a blank white image with a black circle in the middle, and I just added the two images together, the Starry Night and that white image, and I get this result. And then once I do the exact same bitwise operations and thresholds, I get this exact image. And once I get this one, all I have to do is just slap it on the original image or video, and I have the pupil changed. So it even works in real time. As you can see, the video hasn't been sped up in any way, shape, or form. So this is the real time video. And with the new sort of image mesh, you can see that the image is overlapping the pupil pretty accurately, pretty decently. Of course, you can still sort of see that, it's changed, but it's for a preliminary effort, it's not bad at all.